go. In classical composition, we do a lot of writing, but if it stays on the paper and doesn't come out of our mouth, it doesn't persuade people, or at least doesn't persuade the people that are in our presence. It just stays on the paper and people can just shove it under their newspaper. And so we try to work on our speaking skills. We try to develop concrete arguments. We write lots of arguments, and then we try to present them. I was thinking while Kim was talking, goodness, we keep coming back to Kim's prayer in her book, but I know I was expecting my first baby when you wrote that prayer. And Phillip and JP were 2 years old. They're freshmen. This is their first speaking class that they've had, and they're here to talk to us about whether or not the Twinkie should survive. I give you first JP Wilhelm, and then Phillip Robinson will follow him. Please welcome JP.
A great tragedy has recently struck our nation. The sun doesn't shine as bright. The children don't smile. There's just something wrong with the world. But what if I told you that this something wrong is that we have lost an American treasure? We have lost the Twinkie. There are a few theories as of how we lost the Twinkie, how Hostess ran out of business. We're not sure of exactly how. We are sure of one thing. We have lost something dear to our hearts. Bringing back the Twinkie isn't very hard. The ingredients are low cost. You could go to the supermarket and buy them right after this. The Twinkie is also easy to make. In fact, your kids could make the Twinkie. Speaking of kids, there once were two children, Phineas and Ferb. Phineas loved the Twinkie. He had a pack every day. His brother Ferb, on the other hand, hated the Twinkie. He never ate one in his entire life. Phineas grew up to be a wealthy businessman. He had a great family, all that he could have ever imagined. His kids never whined, never cried, never disagreed with him, but always said, "Yes, sir." Ferb, on the other hand, grew up. He was never something special. He had no home, no family, no one that cared about him. Unlike Phineas, who loved the Twinkie. Bringing back the Twinkie is very easy. In fact, it was started in a church basement. That's right, Hostess was started in a church basement. You don't need a big factory and all these glitz and glam to make something that everyone will love, that everyone will enjoy. Also, bringing back the Twinkie helps our economy. I don't know about you, but I've heard in recent times how the economy is going down the drain and it's so bad. But let's look back onto the time when Twinkies were thriving. Was the economy not thriving as well? Was the economy not good? It was. And I think the key to its success was, in fact, the Twinkie. When God gave us this beautiful earth, He also gave us beautiful ingredients. Ingredients to make food which we need. He's always cared for us. He's always been there for us. Now, would it make us good stewards of what God has given us if we don't make the Twinkie? If we push those ingredients off to the side? If we ignore them? No. I think that as good Americans, as good Christians, we should use the ingredients that God has given us and make the Twinkie once again. Eating a Twinkie is like entering heaven. In that one moment, there's nothing wrong. Everything is peaceful, everything is okay. But not eating the Twinkie. It's like shoving yourself in a closet. No food, no water, no friends and family to hug tight. But But instead, you wait until the bitter agony when you die, and there's no hope left for you. So I encourage you, as good Americans, as good people, as good Christians, we must revive the Twinkie. When I think of America, I think these three things: great nation, great freedom, and great Twinkie. Like I said, entering into heaven. We need to bring back this Twinkie. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Now, you just heard from my classmate a very touching story about how the Twinkie is such an American treasure. But he refrained from telling you the true facts about the Twinkie. That's what I'm here to tell you today. Did you know that in only one bar, a Twinkie contains 150 calories, 18 grams of sugar, 220 milligrams of sodium, 20 milligrams of cholesterol, and 18 grams of sugar? Did you know that only 1 gram of protein stands as the lone healthy thing in a Twinkie? Just imagine how that protein gram feels right now. Oh, and by the way, these come in packs of 2. So everything that I just said is doubled. I'm going to give you a list now of some of the few ingredients that are in the Twinkie. High fructose corn syrup, cellulose gum. You know that if it's gum, then it's bad. Monocalcium phosphate, sodium stearolactylate, and sodium acid pyrophosphate. Some of those I cannot pronounce, so you know they're bad for you. These are just a few of the 37 ingredients that make up this American treasure that we call the Twinkie. Now, of course, as my comrade said, we don't know why Host is closed, but I can tell you, it's for the benefit of America. To make it worse, some people deep fry the Twinkie. They douse it in chocolate, making it even more sugarly in a way. And they feed it to small kids, 6, 7, 8, not realizing that they are fattening up the future of America. But not only that, but we eat 2, 3, or 4 a day. Doesn't matter. We don't care about what happens to our bodies. We just eat them and eat them and eat them until we are full, or until we just don't feel like stopping. When I look around at all of you, I see Americans, of course. I see pride and freedom, but I do not see Twinkies. Why, of course? Because the Twinkie was stopped production by Hostess. Why? We still do not know. But all I can say is, thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. You also heard from my comrade the tale of Phineas and Ferb, 2 wonderful brothers. He also said that Phineas grew up to be very successful. Fat, but successful. He really got the better end of the deal here. Ferb exercised daily, ate right, and was a kind person to everyone around him. While Phineas may have had short-term success, Ferb's success lasted. He became the President of the United States. He became the CEO and founder of many very, very, very profitable companies, one of which you may all know is Google. Oh, Phineas. Oh, sad Phineas. His success soon dwindled and dwindled until it completely vanished. And all he was left with was his lazy boy recliner. A Twinkie in one hand, and a TV remote in the other. Flipping through channels every day, just watching ESPN and HGTV. So sad. But it does not have to be this way. We could all rise and defend ourselves against this junk food wave that is coming at us, led by, of course, the Twinkie. When God gave us this beautiful earth to inhabit as our own, He gave us ingredients, of course. Ingredients to use. Ingredients to thrive on. For us to live, of course. I do not see anywhere in the Bible a Twinkie tree in the Garden of Eden. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I find the tree of the fruit of good and evil. Fruits, vegetables, healthy things. And I have yet to find a picture of Adam and Eve in lazy boy recliners with Twinkies in their hands. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think anyone else has found that. When I think of America, I think of the founding fathers who established this nation on 3 premises: fruit, vegetables, and not the Twinkie. So I urge you to consider this. Next time you pick up a Twinkie, think about what it is doing to your body, what it is doing to your freedom, and what it is doing to you as a person. Thank you.
All right, let's have a straw poll. Who wants the Twinkie? Raise your hand, please. Twinkie, no more Twinkies? Good. All right. Congratulations, Phillip. Next, I'd like to